G'day guys, welcome to the first ever Rummy Boys Pod podcast. My name is Jordan, and with me today is Harry.
How you going, guys?
Thank you for joining us for our debut pod. It's been would you say it's been a while in the making, or?
I wouldn't say it's been a while. There's been a process, but it hasn't been an extended time. It's just been a sort of cruisy effort from us, I guess.
Yeah.
Until the last week. But yeah.
So guys, this podcast, this is the first one, obviously. We announced it last Wednesday. And we're hoping that this is one of many. That's the plan. We want to do these things sort of on a weekly basis, and releasing them every Wednesday. So I guess a little bit of background story. Harry and I met 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years ago through a mutual friend.
Which,
well, the friend went to uni with you.
Yes, her and I did we studied a bachelor together.
Yeah.
In 2013, and then it was one night at a party. We were having drinks at hers, and
pre-drinks at hers.
And you came over with a Sri Lankan cricket jersey on.
Yes. And automatically, Jordan was just it was hooked on it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep, he's got me. Man wearing a Sri Lankan jersey.
Well, you had the motherland jersey on, so instantly we had something to talk about.
And
I guess that was like the seed for a good friendship, and then
that was sort of just an introduction, and then this same friend and her friend invited us individually up to Rainbow Beach after we finished our uni exams, just to have a weekend away, really, just to
it was sort of
celebrate sort of our success, I guess, for the
we had good results, and I think I can't remember if that was our final year or if that was our second year, but it was definitely a trip away. So it was the four of us. We drove up to Rainbow Beach for the weekend, and we got to spend a lot of time together. We had a bit to drink, went out to the beach, did a bit of forward driving and stuff like that, which was good. I guess
there was the Saturday night was really the reason we are here, I guess. It was.
Would you say that was the birth of the Rummy Boys?
Yeah, well, it was, because I think I cooked up a barbecue.
Great barbecue. Yeah.
And after that, we played Cards Against Humanity.
We did.
And
that was with the girls. And then
they went to bed.
Yeah.
And then we sort of just decided we can't really play Cards Against Humanity with two people. I mean, you can. I mean, you can certainly.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you probably could.
But it's a bit harder. So we put out the normal deck of cards, and Jordan introduced me to a game called Gin Rummy.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a fairly simple card game once you get to know it. But when you first start out, like I was, it was hard to learn. But
yeah, I guess we had time on our hands though. We started, around 8 o'clock on the Saturday night. We didn't end up wrapping up till about
4:35 a.m.
4:35 a.m. the next morning. As Harry said, it's not exactly the easiest game to pick up, but you did it well. It was a bit of beginner's luck. He sort of beat me in a couple rounds, and it was a good night. We had a bit of vodka, a bit of whiskey, and listened to a bit of Lord the whole night, watched the sun come up.
And the weekend.
Yes. It was a really good night, and made driving back the next day a little bit tiresome because I was falling asleep.
Very dusty.
Very dusty. So that's how we met, and recently, obviously New Year's Eve just passed, and a challenge that we set ourselves was this podcast.
Yeah, and I mean, it was, you could say it was a New Year's resolution for us, but I guess it sort of started probably this time last year.
Yeah.
And we would hang out fairly often and whatever. And whenever we were together, someone would walk past, Jordan's sister or one of her friends or one of our friends or whatever, and go, you guys are pretty funny together. You should probably start, we should think about starting a podcast. Just record what you guys talk about, and because it's fairly funny. People might listen to it. And
there's always that remark, we sort of continued the Rainbow Beach hanging out sessions, so to speak. Every weekend we get together at a local cafe at Milton. We sit down there, have coffee, and again we play gin rummy.
Yeah.
And we'll stay there we'll meet up at 9 o'clock in the night. We won't leave till 3. We'll outlast the employees.
Yeah. In fact, last weekend I think it was.
Yep.
We were there trying to finish all our social media accounts and all the
little audio stuff.
the stuff we needed for the first podcast and the media release and all that. And it got to about 1:30.
Yeah, 1:30. Yeah.
And the staff had counted the tills, and they don't mind us because we're such regulars. They don't mind us staying there for longer than they are. But they left, and then the cleaner guy came in and sort of just said, "You need to move.
You need to leave."
I'm
Yeah.
going to clean here."
We got kicked out.
We're like, all right, then. We'll take our business elsewhere.
so
we went round the corner to the
Milton Macca's.
the Milton Macca's, next to the foundation of the Milton Mangoes, the brewery.
Go hand in hand almost.
Yeah, but we sat there till about 3, just finishing our stuff, and
that's a weekly, that's a regular thing for Harry and I. Playing cards, drinking coffee. Harry not so much. He's a hot chocolate man, or an iced chocolate.
Ice chocolate.
Given that it's summer. So yeah, we continue that, and I guess going back to this podcast is that we don't really have anything to lose from it. We get together every week anyway. The only difference is the fact that we now have microphones in front of us, and we get to share our conversations with you guys.
Yeah,
which is it's a great thing. And that whole sharing it with you guys is something that we take seriously, because we want you guys to be a part of this. We want you guys to be tweeting into us, sending us DMs, emails even, or if you know us personally, text us. Tell us, what you think of the podcast, any sort of questions that you might have, or
if you need advice.
Yeah, or a debate settled. We're happy to settle debates.
Yeah, easily. Chicken or the egg, Vegemite or Marmite,
That's
iced chocolate or hot chocolate.
That's it.
Coffee or hot chocolate.
Or coffee or hot chocolate.
We have had that one before.
We have had that one settled.
Yes.
And what was the result?
I think your friends agreed
coffee.
No, your friends agreed chocolate. My friends agreed
coffee,
which was
very strange.
What we drink.
Very strange indeed.
Yes, but I'm not sure if you have mentioned it, but we are looking to go weekly. Weekly podcast.
We're doing a weekly
on a Wednesday. Try and release it on a Wednesday at about lunchtime to get people. I mean, it's a midweek thing. Get people through
the hump day.
Through the hump day.
Yeah.
Whether they listen to it when it's released in the afternoon at the office, or on their drive home, or maybe before they go to bed. I mean, we have pretty soothing voices. But
I love the fact that just the idea of us having soothing voices, this turns into an ASMR podcast, like 10 episodes down the track, just the two of us sitting in front of microphones being like, and relax.
Yes.
Good night.
I don't think that'll happen.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't get to that stage.
Yeah, no. But yeah, try and release it weekly and just, put our thoughts
into the world.
Yeah, out there for everyone, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, later on today, we're going to be sort of covering or showing you an example of our advice, and very unsolicited. We are not qualified to give advice whatsoever.
Oh, no. I mean, we both have degrees, but not in advice giving.
Not in advice giving.
Not even close.
Not at all. Not at all. But we try our best.
We will be trying our best.
A plus for effort, right?
Well, maybe a 4. Threes
get degrees.
Yeah, 4s get you through doors.
4s get you through doors. All right, so
our whole philosophy through uni, wasn't it? I think that maybe yours, not mine though.
Well, I needed to get 7s.
But so actually in 2 days. 2 days is Stray Day.
It is too. That came quick.
Certainly people won't be listening to it on Friday.
No, that's right. I expect a lot of people to be drinking on Friday.
Yeah. Well, that will be my plan.
Yeah. What else you got planned for Australia Day?
Not much really. I did have a sort of gathering at a house to go to, but that has since been cancelled. So me and the boys trying to find something else to get up to.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be some alcohol involved somewhere.
Crush a couple of
Can't be too
mangoes.
much. Can't be too much though.
Are you working the next day?
No, I have cricket the next day.
Oh.
So can't be too hungover.
Don't want to be too dusty for the cricket game.
No. But so it should be Nice relaxing day.
Nice.
Spend some time in the sun, in the pool,
Yeah.
with a beer in hand.
You're going to be a scorcher?
I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at the weather.
Yeah. Because we've had a couple hot days recently, and then there's been a couple there where it's been okay. It's been bearable.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple days have been pretty good. I mean, it says it's 32 degrees at the moment.
Right.
And bad news, I'm looking at the weather right now. Friday and Saturday, thunderstorms.
Ooh.
Could put a dampener on Australia Day, but if I know one thing for sure, Australians don't go into hiding when it rains.
No.
We'll still be out drinking.
Not at all. That's what I love about the Australian culture is that we don't care. What the weather throws at us, what happens, we power on.
We have to. It's the way of life.
It's the Australian Day traditions, you know? You sit by the pool, you get drunk, you cook a barbecue up.
Speaking of Australian Day traditions,
Go on.
one of those traditions that you did not mention is the Hottest 100.
Oh.
Now, I'm fairly disappointed because the Hottest 100 has in fact changed dates this year. It's now not on Friday, it's on Saturday. So it's on the 27th. And I've been having this debate with myself as to why they would have changed it. And I looked on the website and they in fact said that it was a viewer's vote that had changed.
Right. So Triple J didn't decide to change it. It was like a user submitted thing.
It wasn't a forced thing by the government or anything.
That's interesting.
It was just, and it wasn't even Triple J that decided, we should change it. It was, they put the vote out apparently, and
is this controversial?
Well, it hasn't always been on Australia Day. Like when it first started, it wasn't on Australia Day. Right, because it never was.
Yeah.
And then it got changed to Australia Day, and everyone loved it, and everyone's like, yeah, it's perfect. Like,
and it just became sort of a ritual to listen to it.
Yeah, because you listen to it from 10 a.m. when it starts to about 7 when it finishes, and it was perfect to listen to while drinking and enjoying Australia Day.
Yeah.
But now it being on the Saturday, I mean...
Look, do you think people will still tune into it? Do you think on the Saturday people will still...
Yeah. And it could... I mean, it could be a bad thing because it could make people have the Australia Day party and then on Saturday back up and drink all day again.
The double header.
Yeah,
that's true.
Turn it into a long weekend bender.
And I suppose, this year, 2018, being on a Friday...
Yeah.
You get the Sunday to recover.
Yeah.
How many people are calling in on the Monday taking it off?
I reckon there could be a couple.
Yeah. But we won't be doing that.
No.
No,
I don't think so.
No. I guess staying on the topic of the Triple J Hot 100, you are an avid listener of the Triple J. Did you get
the Triple J?
Of the Triple J.
Of Triple J, yes.
Did you submit your votes?
Well, I wouldn't actually say I'm an avid listener of Triple J.
Okay.
I'm an avid listener of the music that they play.
The style of music, right.
But I do listen to my Spotify in the car, so...
Yeah, we're both Spotify men. We love our Spotify. So
very rarely is the radio on, I guess.
Yeah.
But the same music is going through, yeah. I did submit my votes, yes.
Yep.
It closed yesterday, so I had to get them in.
Okay. So, give me your top 3 or 5. What did you pick?
Top 3 or 5 or...
Let's go top 3.
Okay.
Let's go top 3.
Well, top 3, I had Gang of Youths in there. I actually had 2 Gang of Youth songs.
Yep.
I'll give you my top 5. So I had Gang of Youths, Deepest Sighs, Frankest Shadows. That was one.
Okay.
The Heart is a Muscle was my other...
Good song.
Great song. I also, in my top 10, I had the third that I had Let Me Down Easy.
Okay.
So that was my 3 Gang of Youths. But then I also had Hayden James. I had Numb by Hayden James.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Had Angus and Julia Stone, Chateau. Or however you say it.
Chateau, yeah.
And I also had Homemade Dynamite by Lord.
Is that the one with...
That's the one
Post
with
Malone,
Post Malone, Khalid, and...
Is there anyone else?
Yeah. Another girl.
Okay. I thought it was just... It's not Alicia Cara or...
No, it's like
is it?
Sue or something.
Okay.
SZU or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my top 5.
Damn.
And then I had another Lord song. I had Perfect Places.
Yeah.
And,
so, I guess a lot of Gang of Utes in that
yeah
lineup.
I mean, I had to miss a couple couple songs that I really liked because
Yeah. What would you have put in there? You know, if you, I guess not if you had to do it again, but
Well,
what
I
songs
think-
do you think deserve to be in there?
I think one that will be in the top 10 that I didn't vote for is Go Bang by Pnow.
Yes.
Local Aussie, well, not local, well, not, yes. They are an Aussie band
Mm-hmm.
or DJ ensemble, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think they'll vote pretty well because, I mean, a lot of my friends,
That was a pretty big hit.
That I've seen
especially over
vote.
summer. Yeah.
and especially because it was released so late, a lot of people have it fresh in their mind, so they'll vote for it. Like,
Do you think that's the good thing to do? Do you reckon like the
I
later
feel,
released
I feel
ones?
sorry for the songs that are released in March because
Yeah.
they often get forgotten about unless the person that is voting is a proper listener. But
Yeah.
I think Go Bang and even like Perfect by Ed Sheeran, the one he did with Beyonce. I mean, that was a good song.
Great song. Great song.
Whether it was a Triple J type of music,
Debatable.
I'm not sure. Because remember a couple of years ago they like Taylor Swift got the most votes, but they banned all Taylor Swift songs because it's more mainstream than the indie type. that
Yeah. Well, have they put
Triple
a
J
ban
is.
on Ed Sheeran?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure.
Because, I mean, that perfect song that he has with Beyonce is, I guess, in my mind, one of my favorite Ed Sheeran songs.
Yeah, it's good. He's got a couple
a great
bangers.
storyteller. Like a great storyteller in his music. You sort of, you can easily visualize, you know, what he's describing, which is awesome. And I guess, you know, if I was to top the Ed Sheeran Beyonce perfect duet, it would be the one he did with Andre Bocelli. Did you hear that?
Yes, I did actually.
Because I was actually surprised he, you know, the first verse is Ed. I think the second verse is Andre. Oh, no, sorry. The third verse is Andre, but in that second verse, he actually speaks Italian. Like,
Yeah.
he sings in Italian.
Yeah. Andre Bocelli taught him Italian. He taught him for that song.
Right.
The Italian, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't just assume that Ed Sheeran was fluent in Italian.
Well, he's pretty talented.
He is pretty talented.
He must. I mean, I think I saw a documentary on him or something, and he's been playing guitar since he was 4 years old or something like that. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and then he just, I don't know, became big.
He sort of, he blew up. What was the first ever Ed Sheeran song you heard? I think,
Lego House.
okay. I think mine was 18. Do you remember 18?
Yeah, Lego House. It might have been 18. I don't know. They both came out similar times.
Yeah,
and-
I don't know if they were off the same like EP or album, but they definitely came out around the same time.
yeah.
And it was just, I wouldn't say it was new, because a lot of people have been doing that sort of acoustic style, but it was just his voice. Like it was very different to what other, you know, acoustic singers had around.
Yeah.
That sort of captured everyone's attention.
Well, it was on his album Plus.
Yes.
Or Addition or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it was.
Because it was plus, then it was multiply, and then divide.
Yeah. Will he do it?
Subtract?
Which, yeah, I don't know.
Who knows? And maybe if he does, and this, I guess, this is kind of controversial, he's recently off the market.
He is.
He just announced that he is engaged to his high school sweetheart.
Maybe he'll write some songs about her.
But would he title the album Subtract? Sounds very, you know.
Maybe he's subtracting himself off the market.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm.
I like that.
But yeah, no, he just got engaged and...
You reckon a couple hearts broken?
Oh, I reckon a couple thousand hearts are broken.
Million, maybe, even.
Well, a lot of people thought he and Taylor Swift would get together, but I think they're too
Really?
close. Because they're best friends.
Yeah. Jeez, can you imagine the album that would come from that breakup?
Although Ed Sheeran's not really a breakup music type of writer. Taylor Swift
No, but I think it would
definitely
definitely...
is.
Oh, Taylor... No. That's not even in question. Taylor Swift would definitely release an album. But I feel like Ed Sheeran would, you know, get some emotion there, and then he would write some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So he is off the market, and High School Sweetheart, which is very cute, very cute. I remember listening to some songs on Divide, which by the way was an incredible album. And I think there's one that he wrote about her. Is it Galway Girl, I believe? Great song. Awesome song.
Was that about her?
Yeah. Well, no, because he had one called Nancy Mulligan, and that was about his grandfather and his grandmother. And I feel like Galway Girl might have been about her.
Jeez, it'll be awkward if it wasn't.
Too bad if it wasn't.
But they've only been... Like, they were high school sweethearts,
Yep.
and I think I heard that they only like got together in 2016. So that's only like a year and a little bit.
Right.
So they must have...
So they weren't dating since high school?
No, they must have properly been sweethearts if it's taken them a year and he's proposed to her already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and look, it's not like Ed Sheeran got out of high school yesterday, so obviously they've kept in contact since then and been like really good friends.
Well, I don't know. They
Very
must
strange.
have. You'd think they've been around, but you've never known him to, like, it's never been out that he's been dating her. I didn't even know he was dating it, like, someone.
Well, he
Until
never
it
really
came
put it
out
up
that
on
he was
social media, did he? Like, he was...
Well, he
I feel like he was very secretive about it all.
No, he just doesn't go on social media.
Oh, doesn't he?
No, he has no social media.
Interesting.
Because I watched his carpool karaoke with James Corden.
Yep.
And he literally just said, I don't even have a phone sometimes. Like, he only recently just got a phone.
I saw this. You're
Yeah.
right. Yes.
So he's totally off the grid, pretty much, apart from his music, obviously, and any interviews or whatever that he does.
Mm-hmm.
So hence why. But I would have thought a paparazzi or something could
Snap them up. Like,
snap them together or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Actually, and this is probably off topic, but fun fact, Ed Sheeran is one of the biggest watch collectors
That
in the
is
music
really
industry.
off topic, but yeah.
Well, and it's, you reminded me when you said the whole James Corden interview, because I was watching that. I love my watches. I'm a bit of a watch collector, and I saw he was wearing a $500,000 Richard Mille, which I thought was insane. He's got a red dragon.
That's probably his everyday watch as well.
Probably. I mean, James Corden's got a nice watch, but yeah, I was blown away. I mean, obviously the guy's got money, but yeah, $500,000 Richard Mille. The only other person to have the one that he was wearing is Jackie Chan, which is there's only two in the world, and they're the two that have got it, which I thought was kind of funny. So guys, yeah, so I guess, this podcast is kind of going to be about what we've just been talking about. It's
Random shit.
It's random shit, really. Yeah.
Anything that's really, like, in the news, or anything that's just happened to us, or anything that's coming up. For example, Australia Day.
Mm-hmm. Topical things like Ed Sheeran and his.
We definitely will get off topic.
Oh, that's a given.
But we're trying to make this as just natural as anything.
Yeah, we don't want to change our dynamic. We want this to be a conversation. We're sitting here, couple drinks, and yeah, it's just us talking. It's a bit of a ramble. And I guess as time goes past, we'll build a bit more of a structure to this. Have sort of different sections and things like that. And that's, I guess, what we want you to input. And we're going to be doing that through our social medias. So we have Twitter, we have Instagram, Facebook. You'll be able to catch these if you haven't already. I mean, if you're listening to it, then you've already found where you can listen to them. But it's going to be on SoundCloud, YouTube. There are a couple more that we're going to look into.
Yeah, a couple podcast apps and I mean
online platforms and things like that.
And ideally, I mean, we are putting our application in for Spotify.
Yep, and iTunes.
Yes. Apple Music.
Yes.
And that's probably our goal at the moment. We want to get enough followers and stuff, and because if you get enough traction, then the
Harry's word of the week. You should have heard it.
Then you sort of get noticed, and
and I guess those platforms are more likely to take on your podcast
if you're successful.
Yeah. So like we said, we'll have a list of where you'll be able to find these. There's going to be different apps, different online platforms. This first one, I guess, will be primarily pushed onto YouTube and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But we'll let you guys know when it's available on Spotify and iTunes if that happens.
I mean, even if it's available, we could even just put it up as a YouTube video. I mean, as a Facebook video. Sorry.
Yeah. we'll even do that, and you'll be able to find that on the Facebook page, which, you know, if you haven't already found it through there. All our social medias are at Rummy Boys Pod. Coincidentally, our hashtag, which we use, is hashtag Rummy Boys Pod. So that's where we want
or
you.
RB Pod.
Or RB Pod. Yeah, we'll be looking at both. So RB Pod or hashtag Rummy Boys Pod, and we'll be taking different, you know, questions. You guys want to debate settled.
Suggestions.
Yeah.
If you want us to change how we're talking, if you want us to stop talking.
Please don't say that.
Yeah. Ideally, no one says that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. If anything you want from us,
just send it through. I guess, you know, to give you a bit of an example, I've just sort of pulled up a tweet that's come through with someone who needs a bit of advice.
Okay.
So let's test our advice giving.
Before we go into it, we have got a lot of feedback already and a lot of support.
Yes,
so
let's
we want to
address
thank all those people first of all, and hopefully those people to start enjoy this podcast, and ideally some of them share it to their friends and whatever, and we just
it's all about that growth, and you know, like I sort of mentioned at the start here, is that we really don't have anything to lose from this. We're just two card-loving guys who are sharing our conversations on the internet, whilst also taking in your suggestions and feedback and things like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, sharing the podcast and tagging your friends in all our videos and stuff like that, and getting involved will really help us out, majorly, I suppose.
Yeah. Anyway,
okay.
Onto this advice, this unsolicited
advice.
Hopefully helpful advice.
Maybe. Maybe. Okay.
Hence why I said hopefully.
Should we keep things anonymous?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep things anonymous. I'm going to call this person, let's say at Starbucks Lover.
Why don't we call it, we were talking about Ed Sheeran before, we'll call her Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Her song Blank Space, everyone thinks she says Starbucks
Lover.
So.
Okay, at T Swift.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe not at T Swift.
Okay, at Taylor.
We'll just say Taylor.
All right. So Taylor asks, help. I've been going to the same Starbucks for 2 years now, and the guy at the register and I have been trading eyes since. I want to ask him out, but I don't know how to without making things awkward. Hashtag RBPod. Hashtag need advice.
Now this
is juicy.
Well, I feel like she's not the only person that's probably been in this situation.
I feel like it's a common thing. Definitely feel like it's a common thing.
I'm sure one of us has.
I can tell you I've been in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the one.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty tough. Like, you sort of, if you're going into this place enough and you're sort of locking eyes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like...
But is that his job? Is that his job, just to be friendly?
Yeah, because I mean, I work in a retail store, and we get told whenever someone walks in, you say hello.
Yeah. You
every
just be
person.
friendly. Yeah. Yeah.
And like, there's a deaf couple that come in. I say hello to them anyway. Sometimes
good guy, Harry.
Yeah, I'm just. But yeah, no. Like, sometimes it's just part of your customer service that you do say hello, and he might just be doing that, but he also might be
into it.
Yeah, he might be into
that's
it.
the tough thing, is I think I'd say take the leap, but you also
You don't want to take too much of a leap. Like, you want to sort of...
You want to be able to go back to the coffee shop.
Dip your toes in the water. You want to dip your toes in the water, but not dive head first.
Right. Because look, if things end badly, you still want to be able to go to that coffee shop though, right?
Yeah. Well, especially if it's a good coffee.
Yeah. Well, it's a Starbucks, so they're all right.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
But yeah, that's tough. I mean... Oh. So you're saying, you say take the leap, but don't...
Well, I would say...
Don't go for it.
Yeah. And like, a lot of people try and do that by like cheesy ways, like...
Yeah. Because
if they ask, would you like a receipt? You go, no thanks, but I'll take your number. Like, that's just a cheesy way to do it. I reckon it's better off just to go up to them and go, look, I find you really cute, or you got a nice smile or something.
Yeah, see, I would go the cheesy way.
Yeah, and just go up and just be like, look, would you like to go for a drink sometime, or something like that.
Yeah. See,
and I feel like it's a bit different for a guy asking a girl than what Taylor has, like, her situation. I feel like it's more...
I feel like he's going to be taken back a lot more than
Yeah,
she
because
would
it's
be
very
iffy.
rare that you'll get a girl come up and be like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
would you like to go out for a drink? You're sort of like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this at work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. See, okay, this is...
but that's just how I would do it. Like I probably don't have the balls to do it.
All right, you want
But if I was to
Yeah.
do it,
That's how you're doing it.
That's probably how I'd do it.
See, I'm flipping it. I'm flipping it. I think, okay, paint a picture. This is what I'm thinking, right? You walk into the store, okay? Up to the counter, okay? Now, at Starbucks, they ask you your name, okay? So bit of role play here.
Okay.
You be the Starbucks guy. I'm
Right,
the girl.
so you walk in. Hi, how can I help you?
Cha-ching, walk in, come up to the counter, you go. Yep.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, can I please grab a flat white, please, grande, 3 sugars.
Okay, and what name?
Name?
Yes. What name can I put that down for?
Yeah, the name is 04-738-6942. Actually, keep that cup. I'll take a new one. That's for you. Instantly, he has your number.
Yes.
Too cheesy or not cheesy
Maybe
enough?
you should say she.
Sorry, she.
If you're walking in. But yeah. I feel like it's a bit cheesy. I feel like if someone did that to me, I would probably I'd laugh it off.
But it's quirky.
It is quirky, and I mean, sometimes that will work, but I'd more than likely either use that cup or throw that cup in the bin.
That's rubbish. I reckon it works. I reckon it genuinely works. Or the other way you do it, you walk in, and instead of giving your number, I guess people don't really use email that much.
Yeah, you're not going to go, 389, fax me, please.
Fax me, please.
Yeah, no, it's just not happening.
The guy just faxes you.
Or just
You can
give
hear
me
the fax coming through, and you look at the paper, and it's just like, I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Instantly ruined.
No, and you're not gonna give your address and go write me a letter.
Yeah, you could do more. Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
'Cause
I
if
think
you
the
gave
phone
it-
number thing would work. I'm standing by it. I think
I don't
it'll
think
work.
it will. Look, I challenge you. I challenge you to go out
You're gonna do this to me, right? Okay.
on this podcast. I'm for all the listeners out here. I'm challenging Jordan
Oh no,
and Taylor before you go out and do anything.
Taylor, don't listen to him. It works. Just go and do it.
Wait till next podcast.
Okay.
And Jordan, you're gonna go out between now and then
You got yourself a deal.
and use this method.
Yep.
And then we'll give feedback and tell the results to all the people.
Done deal. Harry, I'll tell you what. After this podcast, we'll wrap up. Go to a local cafe. I am going to try this out because I stand by this theory. If you go there, give the number, tell them to keep the cup. It'll work.
Okay. Are we putting a wager on this?
My pride.
I was going to say shave a head.
Ooh. No, definitely not.
we love
We
our
both
hair
grew
too.
our hair and we
too
love
long.
it too much.
But no, you're not winning this.
All right, let's do it.
We'll put
Tune back in, episode 2. We're going to come back and you're going to hear Harry apologize to me on air because it worked. I'm telling you it's going to work.
But you have to, she might take it, but you have to get a message from her. There has to be a text or a call. Because that's the only reason you can say it worked.
Okay.
If she just takes it, you can say, oh, it works. But then
I have to get a message.
you have to get a message because that's the true meaning of it working.
You know what? I'm just envisioning us driving to all the Starbucks in Brisbane to like try my chances. I gotta
I
hit.
mean, there isn't that many Starbucks in Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm just drinking all the major Westfields. Look, you know what? Regardless,
It doesn't have to be Starbucks. It can be any cafe.
yeah, as long as I get asked my name, that's it. Look, regardless, I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work.
Okay. I'd like to see this wager.
All right.
Anyone that's listening, hashtag in, write in. Tell us what you think's going to happen.
Or what you would do. You know, maybe
Yeah.
you don't want to do the whole keep the cup with my number.
Maybe
method.
you can give Taylor some advice that we haven't.
I think my girl Taylor should still take my advice.
I don't. But yeah.
All right, let's.
So we got to wrap this up so we can go and do this, don't we?
All right, game on. So guys, thank you for listening to our first ever Rummy Boys Pod.
Yep, first ever.
We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for sticking around till the 35th or so minute. Hopefully you didn't skip straight to the end.
Yeah, and we're trying to keep this one fairly short.
It is.
We want the first one to be nice and
Bit of a
succinct.
Succinct. Very nice.
Yes. Just to keep it short and sweet. Get the viewers or the listeners.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. Sort of listening to it and liking it, and then as we go on, we'll have more content to read through. And
definitely. And I think, as we did this sort of advice section towards the end, maybe that becomes a structure. And 5 episodes in, we're hoping to take these to an hour, longer if we have more to talk about, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
And as Harry said, we record these and then we release them on the Wednesday. So we're aiming to get them out there by midday. Sometimes they may be a little bit later, so you'll catch them, for your drive home. And very rarely will they be early, but if they are, you'll know about it because we'll tweet it or we'll send out an Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, I mean the only reason we probably will get one out early, say if we're both busy on the Wednesday, if we can't upload it,
yeah,
which I doubt will happen, but
we'll
get it up on the Tuesday night or something. But
definitely,
even if something major happens, if there's a terrorism attack somewhere, if Trump dies, if I don't know, something huge happens.
Ed Sheeran gets divorced.
Yeah. If in fact Ed Sheeran is engaged to Meghan Markle and it's not Prince Harry, maybe there's just something in the wind. You never know.
A ginger trade.
But that's probably the only types of... They're the only reasons we will upload early.
Or if the Starbucks lover...
works. If it works. If Jordan goes out on a date before next Wednesday, we will release a new podcast.
Starbucks, if you're listening to this, I'm coming for you. I think this is going to work. So guys, please like, comment, share, tag, subscribe, all those on all our social medias. The links will be down below if you're listening on YouTube, and I assume down below if you're listening on SoundCloud as well. Or they'll be up in the briefs on, all our different social media channels. Please buzz in, send us tweets, send us DMs, send us texts, ask us quirky questions. We want to, that's what we want to take this podcast.
Even if the next podcast is just a whole podcast of
giving advice,
questions, advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Happy to do it.
Excellent. All right, guys, let's, Harry, what do you say? Let's hit a Starbucks. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening.
Let's find Jordan a Starbucks lover.
See you guys.
See ya.